Hello, I'm Nikki Cardozo. I'm going to tell you, I have done this video so many times. At this point, I'm going to shoot this. I'm going to say stuff wrong. I'm going to say too many times, and we're just gonna rock and roll through it. So I hope you're ready for the ride. I'm Nikki. I'm a stay-at-home mom of 3 kids. Their ages 12, 13, 15, and a few years ago, my 15-year-old came out as bi. Now her identification is sort of in shift, and I'm giving her space for that. But when she came out, it really was a shock to my system, as I had to come up and make decisions about, like, how am I going to handle this? What talks are we going to have? How am I going to discuss her relationship with God? And when I went and was talking to my church friends, which, I was friends with pastors' wives and, everybody, they had very clear views about, you need to pour the truth on her, you need to tell her she has to be celibate, like all of this stuff that, to be perfectly honest, it didn't feel safe. My daughter is also autistic. She doesn't know how to pretend to be anything. I mean, goodness, her world would be easier if she knew how to pretend to fit in to make someone happy. She doesn't. She is who she is. So in that, I was really finding myself not comfortable with the suggestions I was given at church about how to handle it, but I didn't have a place to stand. That's when I started studying. I read about 10 books in the span of 3 months, affirming, non-affirming. That's where I found God and the Gay Christian, which I really appreciated because it was at a level that I could comprehend, but detailed enough for me to have like the meat of the argument and the discussion, and it made me feel more equipped. And I feel like the cohort would just take me that much farther. As far as where I feel like I have influence that would make me a good potential advocate for the LGBTQ inclusion in non-affirming churches, that I'm deeply attached in my current church. While they may not always be thrilled with, my challenging or my discussing, I have a lot of friends, a lot of connections, and I have people who are willing to have conversations. I just want to be better equipped for those conversations. So I feel like I have the connections in my evangelical church in order to, maybe challenge and move the ball, hopefully. But I also run a support group called The Gap, which is for parents of LGBTQ and questioning youth from Christian communities, faith communities, who are really need a gap, need a space where they can talk it out, where they can process it out. Because I find in the church, it really is just an immediate, like, fix it, get it out of our face, which is not realistic, and it's not how things work. So in the support group, I talk with a lot of parents, and several of them are interested in knowing what the Bible says about homosexuality, LGBTQ issues. They're in the same search that I was in, and I would love to be able to provide information, resources for them, leading them back to LGBTQ inclusion. So I feel like I have connections. I have a ministry. It's all very small at this point. What I have personally is a deep love for God. Everything I've done has been chasing God, even when it displeased people. And I feel very committed to loving across those lines. I don't feel comfortable with the lines that we've put in place of, like, these people are over here, these people are over there. I want to love across those lines, and I feel so free, despite whatever costs I've experienced for coming out as affirming within my church. I feel very free to love. I feel very free to share God's love with others. So I would love an opportunity to be in the leadership cohort. I am happy to adjust my schedule to make sure that it's a priority. And I would love the opportunity to put that knowledge to use here in my local community. And I hope you'll consider me. Thank you.